Hello students, today we are going to continue with the first lesson of civics, that is diversity, in which we have already studied the meaning of diversity and the reasons of diversity. So today we are going to continue the same lesson with the characteristics of diversity in India. And the first and the foremost thing which we are going to study in the characteristic is the languages. There are many languages spoken in India, right? We all know that many languages are spoken in different parts of India, and all these languages can have different dialects. That means if they have the same script, that means उनके लिखने का तरीका सेम होता है, they have the same writing styles, but they are spoken differently in different parts. As if we take the example of Punjabi languages, which is spoken in Punjab differently and in Firozpur differently. That means Punjabi language, same language, have two different dialects. That means people of Firozpur speak it differently and people in Punjab speak it in different manner. So all these languages cannot be recognized by the constitution. That is why the constitution makers have recognized 22 languages in our Indian constitution, and which means that all those languages will be considered in any official notices. That means any official notice which will be published by the Indian government will be published in all those 22 languages. Fine. So this is the first characteristic which shows that there are so many languages in India and they have so many dialects, which creates the differences. Fine. Second characteristic is the religion. As we have already studied about the religion in previous class, there are many religions in India: Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Jainism, Buddhism, and beside these religions, these religions also have different sectors. Like if we take the example of Hinduism, over there what we have: Shaiv and Vaishnav. That means two types of people are there in Hinduism. That means two types of beliefs are there in, two types of faiths are there in Hinduism. And same is the case in Islam also, Shia and Sunni. Same is the case in Christianity, and everywhere there are different faiths. Fine. So when there are so many faiths and so many beliefs, that means besides not just the religion, besides the religion, there are many sectors or many differences in the same religion also. So all these religious differences again creates the diversity in India. Fine. And the next is the characteristic. Next in the characteristic of diversity is the festivals we celebrate in India. As we all know, India is known as the country of festivals. Fine. Every day we have something to celebrate. हम लोग के पास कुछ ना कुछ होता है हर दिन सेलिब्रेट करने को, है ना. वी हैव समथिंग टू सेलिब्रेट एंड दोज आर द डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ फेस्टिवल्स. Now, therefore, these festivals have been divided into three categories. What are those three categories? First one is the religious based or religion based festivals. Second is the regional festivals. Third is the festivals that is celebrated throughout the country, that is the national festivals. Fine. So the first one, which is the religion based festivals, that means those festivals which have some importance or some relation to the particular religion. As we celebrate Holi, Diwali, Eid, Dashehra, Christmas, Buddha Purnima, right, or Mahavir Jayanti. All these festivals have some relevance or some importance related to the particular religion, and that particular community or that particular people or people belonging to that particular religion celebrate that festival because of some religious reason. Fine. Second is the what is second one? The second one is the regional. That means festivals which are celebrated in particular area. Regional means particular area. Now, if we are living in some place, over there are some traditions which have been followed from times back, जो बहुत टाइम से फॉलो किया जा रहा है किसी एक एरिया में जहाँ हम रह रहे हैं. हाँ. So over there, people, because they are living in the same area, they have same traditions. That is why some festivals are common over there. and those festivals are known as the regional festivals, and that has no such importance as related to the religion, but that have the importance of the area or region, as we take the example of Bihu, which is celebrated in Assam. Fine. Now the third one is the national festival. Name only suggests that festivals which have some national importance or which have something related to the nation. So what are these festivals? You must be knowing that are the Independence Day and Republic Day. ठीक? So Independence Day, why is it celebrated? Because we got independent on the day from the Britishers, and Republic Day is celebrated because we adopted and enacted our constitution on that particular day, and both of these days have the importance at national level. Therefore each and every citizen of India celebrate these days as the national festival. Fine. Next characteristic in the sequence is the dance and music. We all know that everywhere in India we have different forms of dances and different forms of music. Now these dances again have some importance or some relation to the religious or to the things which have been already happened in the past. Fine. Either they are related to some epics, or they are the dance forms which people in earlier times used to perform to celebrate something, or they used to perform in temples to show the religious beliefs. So all the dance forms which are being followed in different parts of India have some importance to their past. Fine. So if we take the example of Kathakali, it is from Kerala. If we take the example of Bhangra, it is from Punjab. Fine. So over there people used to have such types of dance form, and same is the case with the music. There are basically two types of music we follow. That is, one is the Carnatic music, which is followed in southern part. Why? Because over there people used to follow that from the times back, and Carnatic means the music, classical music, which was followed in south of India or in the southern part of India from the ancient times, which was very much different from the northern part of India, where we used to follow the Hindustani music. Fine. So these are again the differences which creates the characteristic of diversity in India. And the next is the dresses we wear. What are the dresses, different dresses we wear in different part of India? Fine. We all see in television also, in television shows you must have seen that, or in movies also you must have seen, different places have different style of dresses. Right. So what is that? That shows the peculiarity of that particular place. And if in any ceremonies, or if we go to any ceremonies, or in religious ceremonies, or in the ceremonies of marriage or something, over there we generally used to wear such dresses which are peculiar to our own place. Fine. So what are those dresses which are peculiar to the particular area? As you all know, there are different forms of sari we used to wear in different parts of India. There is Marathi sari, different, which is worn in the different form, different way, not like the sari which we wear in the northern India. It is different in Maharashtra. Fine. Then there is, at some places people wear lungi, some places people wear dhoti, right? You must have seen these things in the movies also. Fine. So what does this show? This show the diversity or the differences which are there in our country. Now till here you will revise, and in the next class, in the next video, we are going to again continue the same topic, which is the characteristic we are discussing over here. We will again continue some more characteristics, and then we will end up with the chapter. Fine. Thank you, class. Stay safe, stay home, and keep revising your lessons.